Some more news, including with our California news update on the way. But right now it is time to talk food with our favorite grocery gal, Amy Goldsmith. Amy has helped launch and grow some of the most well-known brands that many of us eat or at least see on the grocery shelves. She's a food industry insider and lives her life as a food finder, looking for the best new products and trends. You can follow Amy and direct message or any questions through Instagram at The Grocery Gal and also TikTok at grocery.gal. First of all, Amy, welcome back to the show.
Good morning, Ben.
So Christmas only weeks away here, 3 weeks away, I believe, and some callers have been phoning in with some holiday-related questions. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, first off, will there be a shortage of hams for Christmas this year? This is a good question. A lot of us are going to be staying home, so.
Yes. So I did some research, and it doesn't look like there will be. You know, remember, unlike Thanksgiving, where a majority of Americans celebrate Thanksgiving and a majority of Americans eat turkey, not all Americans celebrate Christmas. And while the majority of Americans actually do, not all eat ham at Christmas. Many families eat turkey or prime rib or short ribs or fish. And there's just, varying traditions. So it's not as taxing on the supply chain as, let's say, turkey on Thanksgiving. So look, if you're concerned, buy now and freeze it or order it now, whether it's, pre-made or raw. Just call your restaurant or store and reserve one. And, when you pay for it, be sure to get the person's name and a confirmation number if you can. Also, on the day of pickup, arrive earlier rather than later so there's no mistake and it's not accidentally given away.
Yep, some good advice right there. So we have another Christmas question. Let's talk eggnog. Where is it from and what is the origin? And we're not talking, where is it from eggs, but we want to know, I guess, the location where it's made.
Sure. So while the exact origin of eggnog really isn't known, most culinary historians believe eggnog is from a drink called posset, which is like a hot, milky ale-like drink enjoyed by the British in early medieval times. So when the settlers from England came to the U.S., a young America was an agricultural country, and there were lots of dairy and chicken farms, which meant lots of milk and eggs. And so journals and diaries from the 1800s reveal that eggnog was a Christmas tradition and continues to this day. But what's interesting is eggnog is only sold for 2 months a year in the U.S., and typically it's made by our regional dairy brands. So there might be one or two national brands, but usually not. So, for example, like in Los Angeles and probably the Central Coast as well, we will have, Knudsen brand or Altadena brands as primary eggnog, where in the East it's Hood brand, or in Arizona it's Shamrock. So it just depends, but sales of eggnog have quadrupled in the last 50 years. But like I said, it's only available 2 months out of the year.
So if the eggnog sales are increasing, why don't they sell it year-round?
It's interesting. Eggnog follows just that traditional consumption patterns that date back, like I said, hundreds of years, and it just doesn't sell year-round. And part of that, it's a special holiday tradition, and there's kind of less guilt having it around the holidays than drinking it year-round. I mean, look, it's made with eggs and cream and milk and sugar. It's loaded with calories and added fat and sugars and added sugars. And so it's a sometimes food. And we can all justify it in the spirit of the holiday, but, not in July on the way to the beach.
All right. We have a grocery gal, Amy Goldsmith, with us. So, Amy, I got to ask you, do you like eggnog?
No. It actually might be on my list of the least favorite foods in the world. I don't know. I can't with it. It's thick, yucky custard. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to yuck your yum.
Yeah.
I don't want to yuck your yum. But in fact, it's funny. A couple of years ago, my business partner was in Los Angeles and was thoroughly appalled that my kids had never tried it, the non-alcoholic type. And he picked it up and brought it over. And needless to say, my kids, who are not picky at all, just felt the same way I do. I've also tried to spike it, because you can spike it with rum and brandy or bourbon. That's traditional.
Yeah.
And I can't either. It's just not my palate. But I'm not judging anyone who loves it. It's just one less fattening item I have to worry about, right? But let me guess, you love it.
Well, you know me
right?
all too well. You know me all too well. Yeah, I do, but I'm going to have to agree with you. Yeah, it is, it's not going to be for everybody. And for me, I will probably buy maybe a container of eggnog, just one. It's not one of those go-to foods, not like, pie or something like that, which I really like too. So. So now, by the way, with eggnog, is it made with raw eggs?
Some eggnogs are made with raw eggs and possibly not. I mean, it is made with raw eggs, but possibly not pasteurized. So the homemade eggnog is probably your biggest concern. If it's made with raw eggs, it can be a food poisoning risk. So read the labels, make sure it's pasteurized, and if you're at someone's home and they're serving it and you can't see the container, ask if it's been pasteurized. You just want to be careful.
Yep, definitely got to be safe there. So now, speaking of thick drinks, a lot of people enjoy smoothies. I will do this from time to time, but I guess one of our listeners wanted to know if smoothies were actually good for you.
So the most nutritious smoothies are made with whole foods like fruit, whole vegetables, and healthy fats. Smoothies with lots of added sugars aren't as nutrient dense and may contribute to negative health effects over time. But smoothies with high protein and fiber can keep you full, and then if you're full, it might help weight loss. So keep in mind, the thing about smoothies is it's a super quick way for us to drink a lot of calories compared to eating the whole fruit. So in some respects, it might be better for you to sit down at the table and chew your way through that fruit or vegetable. So it just really depends on what your nutrition goal is and why you're eating the smoothie.
Yep, very true. You're probably better off with the fruit. So what are some of the best ingredients for a smoothie? I guess, people put different things in it, so.
Absolutely. Again, it depends on your personal taste and what your goals are. I suggest staying away from any added sugar. So if you're adding yogurt or peanut butter, make sure it has a low sugar. Also, add protein powder to fill you up. We use, at my house, something called Designer Protein, and you can order it online or get it at Trader Joe's. Designer Protein is a whey protein, and they also have a vegan protein. I personally use the vegan. Whey just happens to bother my stomach, but that's just me. Also at Trader Joe's and at other grocery stores, there are frozen smoothie packets with the fruit or vegetables that are already mixed together, so you don't have to do it yourself. You just open it and dump it into your blender. If I have a smoothie, I use bananas, berries, ice, a little Designer Protein, not even the whole serving of protein, by the way. And then I'll add a little coconut water, which is great for hydration, and oat milk to just smooth it out a little bit. But personally, I'm more of a green juice person. I guess, I don't know, Ben, between the smoothies and eggnog, I'm showing a pattern of not liking big, thick beverages, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
My youngest daughter, she absolutely loves smoothies. And for an after-school snack the other day, she made a banana, peanut butter, chocolate chip, ice, and oat milk smoothie. Yeah, I was impressed.
Yeah.
But again, overall with smoothies, you just need to be careful of added calories.
All right, very true. Now, we had another caller asking, what should we be eating to help fend off the flu and this COVID thing? Are there some certain foods that can help us out? I guess maybe vitamin C would be my guess, but we'll go to you here for the answer.
Well, look, again, I'm not a registered dietitian, nutritionist, or doctor, so please consult with your physician if you have any concerns or questions. But look, I think a healthy lifestyle overall can help. It may not stop you from getting it, but if you're healthy, it may not be as severe for you. Most experts say a healthy diet, exercise, no smoking, the bad stuff in moderation will lead to a healthier lifestyle. Vegetables, fruit, lean proteins, and good fats like avocados and olive oil, low sugar, exercise, get your heart and lungs pumping, blood flowing. This hopefully all can help. And of course, specifically now, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, don't touch your face, wear a mask. In fact, I've been wearing 2 masks. I figure one is to protect the person from me, and the second is to protect me from them. I made that up. There is zero science to that, but I happen to be one of those people who are wearing a mask that doesn't bug me, so I'm on it. So why not, right?
Yep, exactly. That's what we got to do. Funny about the mask, if it doesn't bother you, then go for it. Now, Amy, you say shop the perimeter of the store. That's the healthiest part. If you're not following a formal diet like, keto or low carb, then maybe that might be the easiest way to eat healthier is actually, going to the perimeter.
Yes, it is. I mean, the middle aisles for the most part are processed foods, minus frozen and some canned vegetables and fruits and olive oil, that type of thing. I've touched on it here before, but the Mediterranean diet is the healthiest way in the world to eat. You will find those ingredients, minus the olive oil and grains, on the perimeter of the store. And to help me prove my point, there are 5 places in the world called blue zones, where there are more healthy people over 90 years old than anywhere else on the planet. These places are Icaria in Greece, Sardinia in Italy, Okinawa of Japan, Nicoya of Costa Rica, and believe it or not, Loma Linda, California. They have several things in common. They're a strong community, less stress, daily exercise or movement. It can even be physical labor for work, and healthy eating, specifically, in Greece and Italy, it's the Mediterranean diet. So, in fact, in Icaria has been named one of the healthiest places on the earth, and they say it's the place where people actually forget to die. Acarians are running and jogging at 100 years old.
Wow.
And international scientists go there. Scientists go there. They have shown their strong interest to learn and figure out what managed to make these Arcarians not only centenarians, but they also have very good physical condition and health even at 100 years old. And a lot of it, the scientists say, comes down to a Mediterranean diet, exercise, and low stress, and that's the perimeter of the store.
Yeah, no kidding. So healthy eating and maintaining a healthy lifestyle should help with preventing any illness.
I mean, you know, it's certainly a really good place to start. I can't say it won't get you sick, but hopefully it will minimize its impact.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, anyway, hopefully we're all set for the holidays with our eggnog and our smoothies and everything else and ready to go. And Amy, I was going to wish you real quick a happy Hanukkah because that is coming up, isn't it?
It begins tonight at sundown. Absolutely.
Wow, that's great. So any big plans for the holidays coming up?
No, you know, just really there's not all that much to do. We're really still trying to be careful, but we'll be together. That's what's most important.
Definitely. Anyway, by the way, you can follow Amy in direct message or any questions through Instagram at The Grocery Gal and TikTok at grocery.gal. Amy sent me over a link of a video that she did on TikTok. I got to tell you, that's pretty cool. I know some things about TikTok, but I haven't really gone on there, but I'm very interested now that I saw your video.
And we're having a good time on there.
Yeah.
We have about 7 reviews up, and we're posting those on Instagram as well, and we're having a lot of fun.
Check it out, folks, if you can. Amy Goldsmith joining us this morning. Amy, hopefully we'll talk again next week.
Thank you, Ben. Be well.
All right, 7:44. Wrap it up with the Grocery Gal. Don't forget birthdays and anniversary wishes. 928-1440 is my number.
Want to be a savvy healthcare consumer? This is Billy Joe Crivello, and here's some food for thought about how we use our health plan and general information that just might be of help to you. Ask the cost of that generic medication before you present your insurance card. Asking questions of your healthcare provider, such as, what is this test for, is the first step consumers can take toward the entire cost of healthcare.